So I've been in this basketball business from a professional standpoint for about 10 years now. And I was also a player and played in college. And like as I start to think about why do players really make it? You know, some guys are really talented and some guys have everything. They check the box on size and athleticism and everything that, you know, coaches want to see out of a player. But what is it that makes guys make it and stay around for a long time and become really great professionals? Two things have crossed my mind lately, and it's really been like there's two different mentalities that I've seen so much. And it's the handout mentality versus the earn it mentality. So let me go over this with you. The handout mentality, look, both the people of the handout mentality and the people of the earn it mentality, they both want the same thing. They both want to be at the top. They both want to make all the money. They both want to be the best who they can be. They both want to have a great career. That's what I'm also understanding too. Is this is not just basketball players. This goes across the board in business. It goes across the board in relationships and who you want to be as a, you know, in your family. The earn it mentality versus the handout mentality. The people with the handout mentality, they want the same thing as the earn it mentality, but this is their approach. I'm going to wait until somebody else comes along and helps. And most of the people with the handout mentality wouldn't tell you that that's their approach, but that's their approach. They're going to have all the reasons why. They could tell you 100 reasons why they don't have what they want. Whether it's in career or relationship or athletics, they can tell you all the reasons why they don't have what they want. And along with those reasons, they can tell you the people that are responsible for the blame of why they're not getting recruited or why they haven't moved up in their business or why they're not making more money or why they don't have a good relationship or their family is falling apart. They'll have all the reasons why, and then they'll have the people that they can blame for those reasons. And then they'll continue to hope that somebody will come in and save the day. It's on somebody else. Those are the people with the handout mentality. And then you've got the people with the earn it mentality. And they are the ones that are going to take responsibility for where they are. So they have enough awareness of saying, if I'm going to get there, it's up to me. Like, I can't wait on somebody else to give me what I want. Now, this is the thing. All of us need opportunity. So somebody does have to give us a chance. You know, and for some of us, it's a little bit more difficult to get a chance because maybe we don't pass the eye test as an athlete, or maybe you're not the best looking person, but you still want to be in a relationship with somebody. Somebody's got to give you a chance. In business, somebody's got to give you an opportunity, and then you are going to make the most of the opportunity. But another thing with somebody with the earn it mentality, you're not going to blame anybody else but yourself for not getting what you want. And you start to realize if you have this mentality and you're blaming other people, then it's totally out of your hands, and that's a sucky place to be mentally. Like, it's totally out of your hands. And so the people with the earn it mentality will not go there. And then secondly, like, if they're going to continue to hope that something's going to change, it's going to be that the hope is in themselves, that they're going to keep learning and keep adapting and keep growing. They're not going to continue to hope that somebody else is going to come in and save the day. So there are two ends of the spectrum, and sure, there are people in between both. But the handout mentality, look, there's a ton of fantastic basketball players, super talented, incredible athleticism and God-given gifts with their physique, but they still have that handout mentality that it's up to somebody else for them to achieve to be at the top of their game, and they can tell you all the reasons why they're not there. But somebody else with those same gifts and the same ability and the same talent will reach the pinnacle because they take the ownership of it, right? And so for all of us, can we look in the mirror and say, okay, which mentality am I operating out of? And some of us need to take a hard look in the mirror and say, wait a minute, if I'm going this one way, I need to change that. And how can we best change our mentalities? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know this. The people that you get around that have more of an ownership mentality, if you spend more time with them, you will be a little bit more like them, right? And if you read more and if you consume more information that's telling you to take ownership of where you are and where you want to go, then you'll be more like that, right? And so let's try to cut out some of the people that have that handout mentality, unless you want to be like them, you know. But if you want to get more to where you want to be, whether it's in your career, it's in a relationship, it might be even in your faith and what you believe, you want to develop more and grow more in that, then you have to take ownership of it, right? And then the one of the things too about the earn it mentality is that you're just not going to blame anybody else. Like, stop blaming. When you blame, it's totally out of your hands. No more blaming. Take ownership. Let's be more of the earn it mentality. And then we can look in the mirror and we can sleep well that night because we're taking it on ourselves. You've got to be able to get a little bit uncomfortable. Too many of us, that's a big difference I didn't talk about yet, is the discomfort. So many of us want to be comfortable before we've earned the comfort. And so because we want to be comfortable, we expect somebody else to give us that comfort. The reality is that we've got to go through a bunch of discomfort prior to earning the comfort. And then when we earn the comfort, we realize that the comfort is just okay, but it's the process that we love. So when we fall in love with that process, the discomfort, the struggle, the work, you know, you've got to be able to put off sleep so that you can achieve what you want. You've got to be able to look in the mirror and point at you when things are going wrong in your relationship. You've got to do the discomfort of saying, well, maybe it's not just them that needs to change. Maybe it's me that needs to change. That's uncomfortable. We got to go through the discomfort so that we earn what we want. And then when we earn it, somebody else can't take it from you when you earn it. If somebody gives you a handout, they can also take it right back. Don't put yourself in that position. The earn it mentality or the handout mentality. Which one are you?